I think being in California was really cool, having everybody in the same location. I think it brought the best performance out of everybody, being having a really stable environment and stable everything.
Probably I miss most about California, just the weather. It's like super chill 90% of the time, not too hot, not too cold. You can chill with a hoodie on 80% of the time if you really want to.
Favorite part about LA is the food, probably. I think the food's really insane here, you know. You got every culture coming in one, and you can just taste everything all around the world here. I think that's the most important part, and the beaches and the sun, of course.
I think being in LA, I guess being also close to their Overwatch League teams is one, so I can see them every now and again. Being close to some of the fans that are here, and then, I don't know, just probably the weather for sure. LA weather is better than most weather in the world, I'd say. It's pretty consistent and pretty good.
The thing I miss most about LA is how nice we've lived there and how nice the weather is. It's always chill here, you know, when you go anywhere. You can just wear shorts and it's good. And it's not humid. It's really dry heat, so I love that.
LA에서만 했었는데 이제 팬들이 각각 다른 지역에 있잖아요. 그래서 홈 경기를 다니다 보면은 그 LA에서 못 봤던 팬분들도 뵐 수 있을 것 같아서 되게 좋은 것 같아요.
Yeah, it's gonna be a totally different experience. Playing with the home crowd is always super amazing, but we still haven't experienced the away crowd that much because the LA home stand was basically still Blizzard Arena, but a little bit bigger. But when you actually go against a team that has a huge home crowd with them, it might be a little bit rough to get used to all the booing and stuff like that. But it's part of the game, so you're probably first game you might be why are they yelling at us? But after that, you probably get used to it.
For me, the most exciting thing is probably having my own apartment, even though we won't be there a lot of the time. Having my own space is something that's very, very important to me, and I'm pretty excited that going forward, I'll have my own space.
So in the franchise moving to Atlanta next year, I'm looking forward to, first of all, the food in Atlanta. The food in Atlanta is fire. The people are awesome. Yeah, I mean, the fans are everything, I feel like. And we have awesome fans in Atlanta. And not only for esports, but for real sports. Atlanta fans go hard. So I'm really excited to meet more fans and play in front of our fans and represent Atlanta.
And I think relocating to Atlanta is gonna be it's gonna be really good, I think, overall, because we're gonna be basically in our hometown.
So the thing I'm looking forward to most in Atlanta, it's definitely not the heat, but it's just the way we're gonna set up there as a team and how we've learned from this year and the way we set up this year, how it's gonna be so much better there, and then we're gonna franchise there. All our fans are there, you know, the homestand. So that's gonna be really, really cool to just be where your home team is, you know, and make people come to you and then fly out to other people.
Yeah, I think it's going to be sick to see fans again. I think that environment is electric, so it's something you can't really get when you go, to other people's home stands, stuff like that. So it's a totally different environment, and it's full of positive energy. So I think there's nowhere else in the world that can give you such a feel of positivity than going to your own homestand, for sure.
It's gonna be real nice to actually be based in Atlanta. That we're not just LA team who brands itself as Atlanta. That we actually be there as much as possible when we don't have to travel for different homestands. And location-wise, it's probably the best to be on the East Coast, because if you have to fly to Europe, maybe some parts of Asia, maybe it might be better to go from East Coast. And always if I go to visit home at breaks, it's much easier to fly from East Coast than from LA.
I'm pretty excited for the facility that Eric and Paul, our owners, have made for us. It looks, thus far, the floor plan looks very, 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 very cool and has pretty much every accommodation you would want as a player.
I think it's really cool going to the home markets. I think it's really good for the fans, and I guess you could do a lot more fan meetups. I think it's good for the fans to know that their home team is in the city they're in, living there. Their day-to-day life is generally they're experiencing the same things they are. So I think it'd be really cool.
A lot of this just goes back to the homestand, the first homestand we did. And I feel the energy that we got from the fans that day, both those days, that whole weekend, was just so insane. And it really put it into perspective for us that we're not just playing for ourselves anymore, we're playing for all these people that are supporting us. I think it made us take it a lot more serious.
Yeah, thanks to everybody for supporting me and our team this whole year. There's a lot of people that are still even subscribed to me on Twitch or something like that, even though I wasn't as consistent of a streamer, throughout this whole year. And they've been subbing me for well over 2 years now, pretty much, just consistently. So thank you to them. Thank you to the fans that support Atlanta Reign as a whole. Thank you to Atlanta. Thanks to the team for believing me and picking me up, and then also believing me when, you know, when I wasn't performing as well or whatever, stuff like that. So yeah, thank you guys.
First and foremost, I want to thank Paul and Eric for giving us this platform. It was a really great platform this year. They gave us everything. They're some of the greatest owners I've ever worked with. Second, I want to thank my parents. They started, you know, being more supportive, and eventually I got their full support, and they were always asking questions. Third and foremost, the fans. The fans really pushed us through the season, and obviously we saw after the Atlanta Reign homestand we went 9-0 or 10-0 or something like that, and so I really think we took that emotion and energy from them and really pushed it forward in our season. I can't wait to experience that again next season.
Thank you to all the Atlanta fans and all the Overwatch League fans. This wouldn't happen without you guys.
Thanks everyone for supporting us along the way this year.
Thanks for, you know, following us through this whole season. Thanks for being there for us. Thanks for all the support we got through this whole season, and you know, we're very appreciative for all of that, and we thank you from the bottom of our hearts. Thank you.
Yeah, it was just such a great experience. Hope to see that next year, and thank you to all the fans who came out, supported us. I mean, even if you couldn't make it there, thank you from the bottom of my heart.
일단 뭐 형식적인 말이긴 한데 지금까지 응원해 주셔서 감사하고, 또 안 좋은 모습도 많았는데 그래도 꿋꿋이 응원해 주신 분들 계셔서 더 힘낼 수 있었다고 생각하고,
and that support means a lot for me, and it helps me to move forward and never stop to play game and to improve. Thank you very much.
So I want to thank all the fans for supporting the Atlanta Reign this year. We've had our ups and downs, and we came out swinging in our last stage and then kind of in the playoffs. And I hope that because this is our first year, we just learned a lot as a team, and we can bring even more heat next year.